but you know I'm ready. Oh, foreign girls call me, but I'ma get back to the point, baby. Hold on, hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we making noise. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we making noise. Hold on, we them boys.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Hold on, you drive me crazy. Number one, girl, you can't replace me. Lead a club, these bras be trying. Being on some shit.
UK Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Washington is working their way through a road trip into today's game.
And Kevin, they'll be hoping things go better for them tonight as opposed to how it was last night. The last thing they want to do is drop 2 games in the span of 48 hours.
Yeah, that's one of the difficult things to work through is back-to-back losses. That can sap a team's energy and momentum when that happens.
And now Washington's starting group. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Humphries. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Wall. And in the game with the Lakers, he did not play that well. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Humphries, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Bledsoe passes to Chandler. A nice shot by Tucker.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Humphries. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Porter kicks to Gortat. Rebound by the Suns.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. There's the bucket. Good. Knight's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here is Humphries. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And, guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you can actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Porter dishes to Humphries. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Suns leading by 6. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Chandler a screen. Outside Knight. Offline with his 3.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Porter kicks to Wall. Now the pass to Humphries. The baseline J. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Humphries has got 6. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now here's Knight. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. And the jam by Bledsoe.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too. And that was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. The 9-foot shot. Another one falls for Phoenix.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Suns leading by 5. Bledsoe with it. Now Beal defending. There's the dish to Tucker. Back to Bledsoe. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Beal, the pass to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
Wizards trailed by 7. And Wall kicks to Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got his second basket of the night. Bledsoe against Wall. To the inside. Gortat with the steal. Beal dishes to Porter. And he converts the layup. Now just a 3-point Suns lead.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's the stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Phoenix ball. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. One kicks to Booker. Here's the 3. No good. Now Washington takes it the other way. Dudley the pass to Gooden. The feed to Sessions. No good. That would have tied it. Suns leading by 3. Now Price. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the foul called on Gary Neal. That is his first foul of the game. Sessions against Price. Clock at 6. Poked away. Stolen by Nene.
That's a hard pass to make when the defense has that many people in the paint.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Price against Sessions. To the paint. Here's Weems. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. And the Suns lead by 2.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Phoenix grabs the miss.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Pass to Booker. Taken away by Nene. Passes it to Gooden. Sessions with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nene into the lane. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
Got a piece of it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Sessions. To the left side wing. The Wizards working the ball around now. Gooden inside. Working on Joletovic. 4 on the shot clock. That's good.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
Here's Len. Here's Price. Pass to Len. Stolen by Dudley. Now here's Sessions. Fast break opportunity here. And that one's good by Gooden. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Oubre's checked in for Jared Dudley. The Suns have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Sonny Weems.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 3. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Booker out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Chandler in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Outside Knight. Dishes it to Morris. The rebound by Gortat.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Picked by Humphries. It's Wall with the drive. Gortat can't get it to go. Now the Suns take it the other way. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Booker. Both free throws good from Tucker.
You know, it's funny. We talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And a case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
Gortat misses. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to Oklahoma City. Bledsoe outside. Knight kicks to Morris. Back to Knight. Shoots it up. Rebound, Washington.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Beal's shot is good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Feeds it to Bledsoe. Back to Knight. Left side, Chandler. Gortat with the steal. Goes up. And finished off by Oubre.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Humphries. Makes it off the glass. Humphries has got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And Beal kicks to Wall. He dishes it to Humphries. Chandler with the steal. And oh, here we go. Knight, nobody back. Finished off the break. 5 points in the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Morris with us. Green on Beal. Knight kicks to Morris. Outside Knight. He feeds it to Morris. Chandler dishes to Knight. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. Oubre with the steal. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Gooden comes in for Chris Humphries. Jared Dudley's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Oubre with the steal. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Wizards shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And thus far, really not their year when you talk about free throw shooting. Only around a 70% clip on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Here's Price. Len with a screen on Sessions. Price, the pass to Len. And Booker kicks to Price. Good on the shot.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Dudley dishes to Nene. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Wizards leading by 3.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they looked like a lottery team. Then the next, they looked like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
Sessions against Price. 6 to shoot. Gooden inside. Working on Zaletovic. Booker inside. Rebounded by Dudley. The Wizards have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Nene, the screen. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And Gooden kicks to Sessions. The pass to Gooden. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And he's good on the second.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition. Gary
Neal's checked in for Washington.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
Timeout called the Suns. Washington's offense last year looked solid on paper, but in reality, it was much tougher to defend against. They could hurt you in a number of ways.
And the Wizards, Kevin, could get you in transition, but they could also, as you mentioned, they could get you with their half-court sets. Top 10 in field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage last season.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And Chandler throws it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And, you know, for the Wizards, it wasn't just how they scored, but who scored. I mean, they ended the season with all 5 starters averaging double-digit points, and that's a rarity.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Kicks to Tucker. That's tipped. Here's Morris. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And thinking back to the Wizards having all of their starting 5 scoring in double digits last year, those are the kinds of teams that coaches hate to plan against. Any given night, one of them can step up and hurt you, and you just couldn't plan for where their points were going to come from.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Humphries comes in for Drew Gooden. Beal's checked in for Gary Neal. And it's John Wall in for Sessions. Picked by Humphries. And Wall. Here we go now. And it's sent back by Morris. Knight passes to Tucker. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside, Wall. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wall's got his second bucket of the night.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch. Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
It's Beal on the wing. Rebound by the Suns.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Here's Tucker. Offline with his 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Gortat dishes to Humphries.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
He's perfect from the line this time. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Back to Bledsoe. It's tipped. Gortat with the steal. Wall passes to Beal. He kicks it to Dudley. Humphries with it. Guarded now by Morris.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Wizards have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots, late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
6 to shoot. Price dishes to Teletovic. Rebound by the Wizards. Wall's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Dudley. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now. You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. The Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And, you know, what is worse for the Suns in last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a 3, Cousins hits a deep 2. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Gooden comes in for Chris Humphries. And Oubre subbed in to Beal. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Washington making some changes. Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter, Greg. You're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Weems. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Teardrop shot. And Gooden kicks to Nene. The dish to Sessions. And the shot is good. Sessions has got it all tied up now for the Wizards. Here's Price. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, Phoenix, keep going.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You know, Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop it.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said to penetrate. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Tremendous output from Bledsoe. He has 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Jared Dudley out there with Humphries. And it's Gortat in at the 5. Here's Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game. Wall passes to Humphries. Cannot hit. Good work defensively by Morris. The Suns leading. Knight kicks to Morris. Back to Knight. Chandler a screen. Outside Knight. There's the feed to Morris. Tucker. 5 to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tucker's got 10 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And Wall kicks to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal dishes to Gortat. Dudley the pass to Humphries. Nails the 16-footer. He's got 13.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Power down with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And it's good.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Picked by Humphries. Beal the pass to Humphries. Nice ball movement by Washington. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Going for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much part for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And the Suns call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Wizards, Nene comes in for Chris Humphries. And Oubre subbed in for Jared Dudley. Knight for 3. And the rebound goes to Nene.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Alex Lenz checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Markieff Morris. Sonny Weems checks in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Price in for Brandon Knight. Wall's shot is off. Weems dishes to Price. Pass to Weems. Puts up a three. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Price has got 5 assists in the game. Over to the left wing. Oubre kicks to Gortat. Pass to Oubre. Back to Gortat. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gortat's got 4 points this quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Oh, and here comes Wall all alone.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Price kicks to left. Pass to Booker. To the paint. And the dunk by Len.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Washington calls timeout.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Drew Gooden has checked in for Gortat. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. No good from Booker.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Oubre kicks to Porter. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And it's Weems missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
This is to Oubre. Here's Gooden. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. Gooden's got 10 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Len, a screen. Price kicks to Len. 5 on the clock. Ramon Sessions with the steal. Feeds it to Gooden. Porter outside. Rebound by the Suns. There's the pass to Weems. Here's Teletovic. Hits the 3-point bomb. Teletovic has got his second bucket tonight.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A good night so far for Gooden. He's got 10 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Price kicks to Teletovic. Gooden with the steal. On up the court. And finished off by Porter.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
And Sessions kicks to Nene. Porter passes to Nene. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And the dunk by Len.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
And that's a foul called on Sonny Weems. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Suns, now here's Gooden, covered by Morris. And Chandler sends it back. Here's Tucker. The shot, no good. And Washington the other way now. Porter dishes to Oubre. And again, Washington, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Bledsoe. Sessions with the rebound.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Suns trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Chandler. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And finished off by Oubre.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. Bledsoe with another miss. And Sessions kicks to Nene. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow. If they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Wizards.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And Washington making a change here. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Humphreys comes in for Drew Gooden. Beals checked in for Oubre. And it's John Wall in for Sessions. Gortat misses. Suns trail by 3. Bledsoe outside.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Listen, no doubt the Suns were a competitive team a season ago, especially against that Eastern Conference. Took 18 wins out of the 30 contests they had against the East.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. It's Wall with the drive. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
The Suns did win the games they were supposed to against the East, as you were talking about, Greg. They had no problem with any team, Clark, as you look back on the Eastern Conference.
Well, you look at the record there against the East, 18-12 against that conference, 9-7 against the playoff teams in the East. Only one of 9 teams in the entire league that could claim that.
The Wizards with the lead. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Dudley. Up top, Humphries. Humphries sets a pick for Wall. 5 on the clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Wall's got 10 points in the quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Bledsoe outside. Wall with the steal. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Wizards up 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here is Price. They've got Sonny Weems, Mirza Teletovic out there with Alex Len. Then there's Price, and it's Booker in a shooting guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. In transition, here come the Wizards. Wall's running.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Beal.
Boy, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Kicks it to Sessions. Out left to the wing. And here's Dudley for 3. And another miss by Washington. Booker with it. Now defended by Oubre. Washington with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Sessions kicks to Oubre. Nene into the lane. They get the rebound. The 3. And another shot. Len with the block. It's tipped. Here's Weems. And there's the call on Nene. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here. Gooden's checked in. Timeout called. The Suns.
And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. A pace of play.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Wizards making a switch here. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Humphries comes in for Drew Gooden. Beals checked in for Oubre. And it's John Wall in for Sessions. Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
It's Wall with the drive. Here's Gortat. Wall dishes to Humphries. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 8th assist here tonight.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Bledsoe passes tonight. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him. And that one's good. Bledsoe's got 19 points.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Suns trail by 8. He dishes it to Tucker. Back to Bledsoe. Up and in on the layup. Bledsoe's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
And Beal kicks to Dudley. Off target with his 3. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Morris throws it down.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
It's Wall with the drive. And Gortat gets it to go in on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Morris with a screen on Wall. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
It's stolen by Morris. Dudley against Bledsoe. Morris outside. Knight wide open. Buries it from 3-point range. And now just a 1-point Washington lead. It's Wall with the drive. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Bledsoe dishes to Tucker. Clock is at 3. Fires top of the key. And the Suns call time here. Chris Humphries really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
The Suns making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Puts it up off the inbound. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up. Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Knight. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You look at what Brandon Knight has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Porter's checked in for Jared Dudley. Knight hits them both.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Washington calls timeout. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He's really improved his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was his shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically. But now, to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnover.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Wizards. Here is Wall. He feeds it to Beal. Here's Gortat. Bank shot, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Knight passes to Booker. Inside. Humphries with the steal. Got a piece of it.
That's his second personal foul.
From the inbound, and it's laid in by Wall. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Knight. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall.
For Phoenix,
And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Phoenix. Wall, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target, it just didn't fall.
And here's Morris for 3. Knocked away.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. Offensive rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Again, it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Wall. Here we go now. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And here is Gortat. Shot clock at 6. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Marcin Gortat.
And that's 10 points for Marcin Gortat. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense. That's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Humphrey sets a pick for Wall. Can't get it to go. Chandler with the defensive effort. Suns trail by 3. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. The dish to Morris. The feed now to Bledsoe. Morris with a screen on Wall. Bledsoe passes to Morris. And that one's good. Morris has got 15 points here in the second half. There's a screen by Gortat. Pass to Beal. He kicks to Gortat. And he slams it one-handed.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And the Suns call time. They're behind by 3. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Phoenix making some changes. Lenz checked in for Chandler. And it's Booker in for Eric Bledsoe. Tight for 3.
Alex Len with the dunk.
They get it back. Here's Len. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, and what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And Sessions kicks to Porter. Passes it to Sessions. Back to Nene. Just 5 on the clock. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Brandon Knight.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go. This sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Chandler comes in for Alex Len. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Booker. Oubre kicks to Gooden. Sessions dishes to Gooden. Out to the right wing. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. That doesn't go in either for Sessions. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Humphreys comes in for Drew Gooden. Bradley Beal's checked in for Oubre. And John Wall's subbed in for Sessions. Washington calls timeout. They lead by 1. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wizards making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Picked by Humphries. It's Wall with the drive. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
Washington calls timeout. They're in front by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Dudley. Outside, Wall. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.